Alright. Seems to be working today. For now. What's up, Hank? Wilson, no, Stella. Why do you want to take their food all the time? Huh? Why do you want to take their food all the time? Percy and Wilson are hanging out in the hammock. I think that's Lionel. Oh, I'm gonna have to move the bag because somebody's gonna tear it, and that would be bad. Y'all forgive me just a second. I really don't want holes in my bag full of dirty cat litter that I have to walk down 3 flights of stairs. That's a mess I don't want to clean up. So as I was saying, Percy and Wilson, Lionel, there's Zelda. I know you probably can't really tell them apart from here, but just always look for the gray toe. And that's Zelda. And Hank's over there doing something. Zelda and Percy are probably still the friendliest. Wilson has been, not Wilson, but Lionel has been much less standoffish today. He still wasn't too sure yesterday, and he's not positive today, but he's better today than he was. Wilson has warmed up some. Slowly but surely. Slow and steady wins the race, huh, Wilson? It's looking kind of choppy on my end, sorry if it is. What you doing, Hank? Hello, Miss Zelda. Yeah, Connie, what's weird is they're a little over 6 weeks old. They'll be 7 weeks Monday. They're almost as big as Clara's kittens. Size-wise, I don't know about weight-wise, but as far as height and everything. Stella's being a little more outgoing today. I was up a little late last night and I turned the stream on and I saw her. She was dragging this tunnel all across the room. I don't know if it's still attached, but this little dangly ball, she was pulling it around by that. Bless you. Lionel. Lionel. Would somebody mind if you haven't already put the link to the stream in the chat for the other stream? I'm here by myself tonight. Melanie wasn't feeling well, so. Thank you, Connie. Yeah, Stella is everybody's mom. Stella is Lily's mom. Stella is Stumpy's mom. Stella is Tabby's mom. Stella is Clara's mom. She's the super fertile cat who's been having litter after litter, and that we could never trap because she was having so many litters. You never knew when she had kittens or when she didn't, so we just rolled the dice, and when we caught her she had been hanging around for a few days and I hadn't seen any kittens, and then she started looking a little pregnant, so that's when I grabbed her, which is right about the same time I trapped Clara. But yeah, she's got quite the list of offspring, most of which have ended up being my responsibility. There have been a few others that I don't know what the end result was. She had a brother. A little, Connie. I mean, I fed her for so long. She was super sweet to me outside. She has some tendencies that makes me think she might still be a little bit feral, but I'm hoping being around us will kind of wipe that out. Like I was saying, either yesterday or day before, when Melanie was in here, you might have seen it. Melanie tried to pick up one of the kittens and she spooked it, and the kitten hissed and tried to run away, and Stella bowed up. She hissed and took a swipe at Melanie's leg and got upset. I don't know if any mama cat would do that, but Clara certainly never did. Stumpy never did. They're getting the hang of the climbing around thing. I guess I can switch sides so you can see Percy even though he's conked out. But we gotta figure out something to do with Stella as far as her eating habits. If there's food, she's gonna eat it. Percy kind of has his tongue sticking out. He doesn't anymore. Called you out on it, didn't I? Yeah, Stella has seen a fight or two in her day, I'm sure. A little dark over here, but maybe you can still see. But no, she had a brother. Can't even see her, it's so dark in there. But she had a brother that was solid black, and he was pretty feral too, but like I say, I'd been feeding him long enough to where they trusted me and I could pet him. But one afternoon, a year or so ago, a little over a year I guess, we used to have a pack of dogs that would frequent the parking lot, and he was laying over by the spot where I normally fed him. He was laying on the steps, and then he jumped down and went to eat his food, and there was 5 dogs, and there was probably 2 or 3 on one side and 2 or 3 on the other, and they surrounded him, and he didn't make it. I had to come up here. You know, we have surveillance cameras, and sorry, this is a Debbie Downer story, but we have surveillance cameras, and I got a motion alert, and I turned it on and saw the dogs chasing a cat. And I had no idea that, I thought I saw something that looked like a cat that might have been gotten, but I wasn't sure until I got here, and sure enough. And so at like 10 o'clock at night, I had to go find a shovel, and I buried him. But knock on wood, I have not seen that same pack of dogs in quite a while. There have been, I mean, we're in downtown Montgomery, so there are stray dogs from time to time, but I have not seen those particular dogs. I called animal control about it twice, I believe, and they never once sent anybody out here, which is pretty pathetic. But what can you do? I'm going to try to keep this at 20 minutes tonight, because like I say, I'm by myself and I still have to feed Clara and her kittens and clean their litter box, so we'll walk in there in just a minute. Come here, Stella. Oh. Come here. But I hope Stella ends up being sweet and we can get her adopted. She's probably about 3 years old, and she had Sort of rough start to life. There's some apartments behind us, and she and her brother started life back there, and I know the people that lived there were feeding him for a while, and I guess they were feeding him at the same time I had started feeding him. I know for sure. I don't know if they brought him here, if they just showed up, or what the actual story is, but at any rate, we were both feeding him. And I don't know if they got offended that I was feeding him or thought I was trying to steal her or what, but she walked over here one day with a collar on, which didn't last very long. I think maybe a week, and then the collar was off. And it wasn't long after that that they moved out and just left her. So I guess maybe they didn't want her that bad. We're at 11 minutes and it looks like everybody's started to crash out, so I'm going to move this over here. Actually, I'm going to move this up top so maybe she won't get it until I get back. Sorry for the terrible angles. And we'll walk in here and check on the other guys. We had kind of a quiet afternoon here today, and I came in here and did some more lap training with George. Hey George, oh, you gotta let me in. And Doc is on the desk, but you've knocked your bed over. George has decided every time the door opens, he's got to run out, which is fine. I mean, I can catch him. He's not trying to run away. He just wants to explore. But anyway, as I was saying, we had kind of a slow afternoon, and I came in here and almost dozed off just sitting here on the couch with him, and he was asleep in my lap for a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If I didn't have so many, he would be going home with me. But we had too many cats 3 or 4 cats ago. So unfortunately, George will have to go somewhere else. My feet look freaking grapes in here. They're like purple. I'm trying my best. Hello, Doc. To spread the word on these guys. I just bought some Facebook ads today, which I've done once before, but I think I've targeted a little better today than I did the first time. And I only spent $5 on it the first time. I think I'm doing 10 a week for 4 weeks, something like that, just in the local area. Gotten quite a few impressions, but not as many link clicks as I would have liked. Doc tried to jump from my leg to the cube and fell a little short. You're just not doing too well, Doc. Tried to jump in the cubby hole of the desk there, and he didn't make that either. Hey, George. Hello, Lorraine. You guys get so close and then you make it blurry. But I hope they can get as good of a home as Marty did, because, I mean, you see that they love people and they're sweet. I'm just glad the live stream worked tonight, because it's so much easier than having to transfer a video from my phone to the computer and then upload it and then choose the thumbnail and come up with a title. And who's crying? Is that George? He's just running around being goofy. I don't know if you can see him back there. It's dark. But they're still going to have their kitten habits, and they're going to have to be taught right and wrong on some things, but for the most part they're sweet and don't really cause much trouble. Do you? Especially you. My only recommendation to anybody that wants to adopt them is put them in one room and prepare their food in another, because they like food and they will climb your legs while you're trying to make it if you do it in the same room. I think so too, Connie. I'm hopeful somebody else will see that too and snatch them up. We couldn't have asked for better people than the folks that adopted Marty. I need 9 more people like that, or maybe a few less if somebody wants 2 kittens. Don't eat stuff off the couch. Look. Come here, Lorraine. I'm trying to interest you to that. You're thinking about it, aren't you? You're thinking about it, aren't you? There's Maggie. You probably already know who all these guys are by now, I'm sure. Unlike the other ones. I thought yesterday I had the other ones memorized, and then as soon as I started the video I just drew a blank on Lionel. But I think I got it now. Why do you want my phone? You go behind me and I can't turn all the way around to see you. And Miss Clara, I let her spend most of the day out of the room. I put her back in here around, well, a little after lunchtime, because I typically eat lunch a little later than most normal folks, and she was laying in the bed. I've got a bed just on one side of my desk that the other cats used to lay in, and Clara likes to lay in it, and then if there's people food around, she gets interested. Yes and no, Connie. I hope it doesn't come to that. I mean, I told him I'd give it another week or two. I think they would probably have a better shot at PetSmart, as much as I really don't want to put them in a cage at all. I'd rather just them be adopted from here and go to a home. But at the same time, if it doesn't happen, well, I may have to get some help, but it's possible they can get adopted at the vet, but I think more eyes would see them at PetSmart, and I think they can go there at 3 months. Yeah, the shelter lady that works for not the shelter, but the rescue group, lady I've been talking to that runs that, has them up on Pet Finder. All of them are up there. Initially it was just, I think, 3 of them. It was Marty, Doc, and Lorraine, but now Marty's off of there and the rest are on there, including Miss Clara. But as I said, I placed Facebook ads today with pictures and a link to the live stream. I'm going to have to look at the statistics later to see how well that's doing, but it's supposed to run for 4 days. So maybe we'll have some good news at the end of it. Why are you trying to eat your bed? What? Is there something in there? Oh, you're just messing with hair that's down at the bottom of it. I understand, Connie, but I appreciate you doing that. And I asked the the folks that adopted Marty to spread the word if they knew anybody that was interested in having another cat, or a first-time cat, or anything in between. But I don't know, I'm trying not to let my heart outthink my brain as far as getting them adopted. I really hate the thought of putting them in a cage anywhere and letting them be scared and all that in a new environment when they've had all this freedom the whole time, but it might be necessary. Hopefully not, though. We're going to hope against hope that these Facebook ads and Pet Finder come through. I mean, Marty was only on Pet Finder a week before somebody wanted him. And apparently there are local people that have seen the stream. What do you have, George? I don't know what he just got. You guys. Because they said they watched it, so I think they saw the Pet Finder page first, and then they went to the Rescue's Facebook page and saw the flyer we made that I put in all the vets' offices that had links to everything. But the Facebook ad links directly to this live stream. I haven't started with advertising the other ones yet. And as I said, I'm off tomorrow. My plan was to circulate flyers, updated flyers, and flyers for the new kittens, but things have been piling up at the house that we just haven't been able to get done, and my grass is going to be 12 feet tall if I don't cut it tomorrow because it's rained, except for today. Today was the only exception. It's rained just about every other day this week. It starts out hot and sunny, and then the afternoon storms hit, and then when I get home the grass is wet, and what can you do then? So I think I'll spend my day doing yard work and dealing with our pile of recycling that I need to take to the bin and all the other menial chores. I don't know if I can get back there. All their toys, and that Coke Zero can is back there that I need to get. And Doc says, "What are you doing?" I guess they know where they are and they can get them because they put them back here. Sorry, that's... probably can't see anything while I'm doing this, but I need to get that stuff out so they have their toys. But anyway, we've gone for 23 minutes and I'm rambling about yard work and recycling and all that, so as I said, I'm here by myself and still have a litter box to clean and need to put some food down and possibly give them some more water. I can't tell from here, so I will go ahead and end this for today. Oh, tomorrow, and you guys are awesome. I don't know who bought what, sent what, but we came home yesterday to a ton of Amazon boxes. Right now the plan is, geez, Doc. Right now the plan is we're gonna do an unboxing of everything tomorrow. I'm not sure what time the live stream is going to be tomorrow. It'll probably be about this time. I mean, maybe 8-ish, you know, somewhere there about. It probably won't be at 5:30 because, like I said, excuse me, I'm off work tomorrow, and Melanie will probably come home after work, and we'll just come back up here tomorrow night to do that. So if you send something, thank you. We appreciate it very much. I wish you all lived closer to Alabama and needed a cat. But with that being said, I guess we'll end on Doc and George in the tunnel. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sending things and for the donations and all of that. It is very much appreciated. And we will see you all tomorrow. I'll be here for a little while longer, and I'll keep the streams up on my phone. So if you're in the chat room, I should see it for the next little bit. But thank you, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.